Hello students, I welcome you to your English classroom. Today you are going to read the chapter The Twisted Trial. It's from your MCB book and this is the 6th chapter. Actually, this is an extract from the famous novel Les Miserables, which was written by Victor Marie Hugo. Let us know first about the author. Victor Marie Hugo was a French poet, novelist, dramatist of the Romantic movement. He was born on 26 February 1802 in France. He wrote abundantly. Hugo is one of the greatest and best known French writers. He died on 22nd May 1885 in Paris. Outside France, his most famous works are Les Miserables and The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Let's talk about the main characters of the story. Jean Valjean, the protagonist of the novel, convicted for stealing a loaf of bread to feed his sister's 7 starving children and sent to prison for 5 years. He is paroled from prison 19 years later. After 4 unsuccessful escape attempts, added 12 years, and fighting back during the second escape attempt, added 2 extra years. Rejected by society for being a former convict, he encounters Bishop Mariel, who turns his life around by showing him mercy and encouraging him to become a new man. While sitting and pondering what Bishop Mariel had said, he puts his shoe on a 40 sou piece dropped by a young wanderer. Valjean threatens the boy with his stick when the boy attempts to rouse Valjean from his reverie and recover his money. He tells a passing priest his name and the name of the boy, and this allows police to charge him with armed robbery, a sentence that, if he were caught again, would return him to prison for life. He assumes a new identity, and that is Monsieur Madeleine, in order to pursue an honest life. He introduces new manufacturing techniques and eventually builds 2 factories and becomes one of the richest men in the area. By popular acclaim, he is made mayor of that place. Another important character is Javert. Who was Javert? Javert, he was a fanatic, honest French police inspector who believes in law and order. He has a strong desire to capture Jean Valjean. Third important character is Champmathieu. Who was Champmathieu? A vagabond who is misidentified as Valjean after being caught stealing apples. He is poor, uneducated man who unfortunately resembles Jean Valjean so much that he is identified, trialed, and convicted as Jean Valjean. Let us know about Petit Gervais. Who was Petit Gervais? A traveling boy who drops a coin. Valjean, still a man of criminal mind, places his foot on the coin and refuses to return it. 3 more important witnesses or characters: Brevet, Senildieu, and Causefaile. They were ex-convicts. They gave their testimony to the court that Shamatthew is really Jean Valjean. They were Jean Valjean's mates. Now, let me tell you about the chapter The Twisted Trial. In this chapter, we will find Inspector Javert entered Monsieur Madeleine's office and said something. He uttered the name of Jean Valjean, and listening to him, Monsieur Madeleine was seized with stupor. He was feeling dull. He decided to denounce himself and to save Champmathieu from imprisonment. Denounce means to publicly declare to be guilty, because he knew he himself was Jean Valjean, so no one else can be Jean Valjean. But for the time being he suppressed this heroic desire. Monsieur Madeleine was feeling guilty. He felt like gliding over a steep side of a hill, up on the very edge of a bottomless hole, where either he or someone would fall. Either he or Champmathieu would fall. Since he himself was Jean Valjean, Champmathieu was mistakenly convicted. He wished to rescue him, but next moment he felt that if someone was identified as the convict Jean Valjean, it wasn't his fault. Moreover, he had an object in life. So he decided and said, I remain Madeleine, owe to him who is Jean Valjean. So he decided not to disclose his real identity. Madeleine took out an old pair of trousers, a bag, a stick, and threw them in fire, because those were his proofs of being Jean Valjean, who was a criminal. But he lost his peace of mind and was restless. When he woke up, he decided to attend the trial about which Inspector Javert had informed him. He went to the court, where he saw Champmathieu standing between two French policemen. He had a very bad experience of court and trial, when many years before he was punished for stealing a bread for his hungry nephews. The jury failed to prove that Champmathieu was the thief who had stolen the apples, but he was identified as the former convict Jean Valjean by 4 witnesses: Inspector Javert and 3 convicts, Brevet, Sanildieu, and Cosseville, who were previously Jean Valjean's mates. The judge asked Champmathieu if he had anything to say, to which he answered that he was a wheelwright at Paris and worked under Monsieur Ballot. He pleaded he didn't know Jean Valjean, but no one believed in his words. Inspector Javert, who was not present in the court, Brevet, Sanildieu, and Cosseville identified him as Jean Valjean. He was about to put behind bars when Madeleine, who was sitting among the privileged spectators, whom everyone present there honored as the mayor, proved that he was real Jean Valjean. Then he went out of the court saying that I am going since I am not arrested, because Police Inspector Javert was not there. Champmathieu was discharged from all accusations, and he also went his way, thinking that all men were mad. So this is about the chapter The Twisted Trial. Now I suggest you all to read the chapter, and I hope this presentation will help you to understand the chapter. Thank you, students. Stay home, stay safe.